All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
Here we go! 18 Gators! Go! That's the way.
On first down, Pace. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Hey, Team 6. Snap.
Here's second and 8. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is third and 8.
Check nine. Under 10. 10.
He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
All day, every day, any day.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Ready? 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's third and short.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A good pickup there of 22.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break it.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On second down, Pace. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted last week, they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up second down at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Back to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incomplete. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet in bounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 in bounds in the NFL.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
44 is the mark. 44.
Hey, 2.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Both throws the knife.
Hey, lock it.
I got you. Bang, 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 bang. No. Off.
There.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brings up second and a yard at the 31-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Get in the way with it. 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. Switch up. 56.
Second and 1.
Check 56. Let's get it.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
80 weapon.
Back to throw. Hamilton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Hamilton's pass intended for DJ Chark. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 1.
This is third and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
49, check 49, check. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, orbit.
Here we go.
Here go.
Looking to throw. Hamilton. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the Jaguars send out their punter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers nothing.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. That puts a good dent into their first down setback. It's a pickup of 16. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Gain on the play. First down, Steelers.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Use your portals.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, wahoo!
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Here we go.
Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 18 on the play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
That's gonna be a long day.
Go.
Me. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. Watch the curl. Shift.
Go out.
Shift. Slap.
They'll drop the throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line.
Here we go.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this 1st half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
2nd and 14. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
44 is the mic.
Look at me. Go.
He's checking. Crash. Check your hot read. Check 26.
Hey, Charlie.
44. Mike, 44. Get in the weight room.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, Echo.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, Hamilton. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. Shift. Watch the shift.
Smith. Shoot.
Back to throw. Hamilton. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hamilton trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Leo!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Here we go.
Hey, Foxtrot.
44 is the mic.
Hard.
I'm coming after you.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, Delta.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Looking to throw. Hamilton is going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Westbrook, incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Tight down. There you go. Mike, 55. Check 55.
To throw again. Hamilton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Operating from the gun, Hamilton looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 49-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll toss it to Fournette. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Back to throw. Hamilton. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Fournette, a first down carry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Hamilton. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Hey, zoom.
Mine's 50, mine's 50.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
From the gun, Hamilton. The open man is Shark. It's complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 2. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
They'll set up to throw.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Go!
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Set, ready? Hey, exit. 90, Wolf.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
You ain't doing nothing today. You did it.
Throwing on 1st down. Hamilton. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Adams has it complete. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
37. That's good for the Jaguars. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. The open man is Westbrook. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, wahoo! Look, squeeze!
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Check safety. Tighten up.
They'll look to throw here. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Steelers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Yeah. Hey, high 7. Bam. Shoot.
Looking to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Lock it. Ready?
They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to be and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Charlie.
Mike,
Snap.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. You remember me?
Hey, Haywood.
44 is the mic.
Now back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
44. Mike.
Roll out.
65.
Yep.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 36. Go.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. He's at the 50. The 30, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Ready? 50, plant.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Get it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Jacksonville, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh.